Hi loves, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new. It's Cass. Please like, subscribe, comment, all those fun things. Today's video is a book haul. So if you're new here, yeah, my channel's pretty random. Though lately I feel like I'm falling into a niche of more like just art, and like I make journals, so like art journals, books. Yeah, I don't know, even like spirituality and like tarot, astrology, I don't even know, just basically everything that kind of interests me, but a lot of it comes back to like paper and books and drawing and that kind of thing. So if you've come this far, may as well keep watching. I'm doing a video of a book haul. So these aren't all books that I've just gone out and bought, but like I've accumulated over the past few months, like really rapidly. Firstly, I love this author, Christina Henry. Like, I really loved her work. Like, this one is the first book I ever read by her, and it's Beware the Claws That Catch Alice. And it's basically like a dark version of Alice in Wonderland. And the second one is Red Queen. And see, the bad thing is I'm not actually certain I've read this one, because I read this and I loved it. And this one I'm not actually sure, but either way I'm just going to reread them both because I know I absolutely loved this one. Hey Simba. Say hi. Yeah, so basically love her work, and I was in a bookshop recently and I found the third one. And I didn't even know she had a third one in that series, so it was mind blown, and I can't wait to read it. But yeah, I definitely want to reread this one. I think I started this one but didn't finish it, so I'm just going to read it again, and then I want to read this one. After them, I also got these two. So this is The Mermaid and Lost Boy. So these are also like dark kind of these are also like dark story, like versions of other stories. So this is Peter Pan, and this one I assumed it was The Little Mermaid. I just assumed that, but it is actually the story of like P.T. Barnum, and he's looking for a mermaid for his museum. So, and you know, that's what like Greatest Showman's based on, so I'm really intrigued to read this now. I was anyway, but now I'm just like super more excited. And lastly, The Ghost Tree. So this is the only one that isn't really based on anything else, I don't think. But basically it's about like these two girls and they find like human remains in the woods. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's more like maybe supernatural or something. I'm really not too sure, but I'm really excited. It drew me in straight away. And yeah, so I have a really good collection of Christina Henry now. She also has another book called, I think it's The Girl in Red, and that's like a dark version of Little Red Riding Hood. So that is also on my list to get one day, but for now I'm super happy with that collection to read. Next I got this biography by Paul Jennings. And I was so excited when I saw this because Paul Jennings is actually the author who got me into reading in the first place. Him and R.L. Stine, but like especially Paul Jennings. He's an author, he's an Australian author from Melbourne, and he does like these short stories. There was also this little series called Round the Twist based on his stories as well, and like there's this family who lived in the lighthouse. Basically just like every Aussie kid knows Paul Jennings and, you know, Round the Twist. So I'm not sure how popular he is in like other parts of the world, but he is a hero to a lot here in Australia, and I'm so excited to read his biography. Next is this set that I got for my birthday from Ryan, and I'm really excited to read it. It is Twisted Tales. So I randomly saw this at Kmart. I didn't even know it existed. and I was like, what is that? And then Ryan ended up getting it for me for my birthday, so it was super sweet of him. And it's basically like an alternative story of like the traditional fairy tales. Like, let me take some out to show you. Sorry, that's Willow's bell, she's running around again. So like this one, like once upon a dream, and the twisted tale is what if Sleeping Beauty never woke up. The Aladdin A Whole New World twisted tale is what if Aladdin never found the lamp. As Old as Time, so Beauty and the Beast. That one I find it really interesting. It's what if Belle's mother had cursed the beast. And so basically, like, there's just like an alternative dark story to all of them, and I'm really excited. The one in particular that I'm most excited to read from this collection is A Part of Your World, and it's what if Ariel had never defeated Ursula. That is, I think, going to be pretty awesome. I think they're all going to be great, but I'm especially excited for that one because I love The Little Mermaid. These books as well, I think for you know, a younger audience, but I'm still really excited to read them because I just think they'll be a really chill, easy read and just like kind of fun to, you know, step back into like childhood kind of stories that I know so well. So I'm really excited, and I love the box that they're in. It's so cool, love it. I also got this book I got it from a random little market not too far from me. I hadn't seen it before, I hadn't heard of it before, but it is the Supernatural series, book 1, Witches and Wizards, the real life stories behind the occult's greatest legends. And I was just really intrigued by it, and it's got a built-in bookmark, and I love those. So it's basically all like kind of, I haven't read it yet, so it's going to be really hard to know like what it is exactly, like exactly what it's about, because it's a lot of like short stories and kind of like urban legends and that kind of thing, and the stories behind them. And it's like stories of the most notorious and powerful occult people of all time, and I'm just really excited to read it. It just looks really, really cool, and it's kind of like very broken up with like all these little like old pictures and like short kind of snippets of information, and yeah, I really like it. And also, staying on like this witchy kind of theme, I recently got The Witches, Salem 1692. It's like the history of it, so it's like the Salem witches, and I'm pretty familiar with this. Like, I know the story behind it and everything, and it was shocking, but I've never really done too much reading into it or anything, so I'm just really, really fascinated to see like what this will entail. This is what actually like put it over the line for me. It says here, an oppressive forensic psychological thriller. J.K. Rowling meets Anthony Beevor, Stephen King, and Marina Warner. And, like, it says that the author's, you know, writing is to die for, and I was just like, what? So I'm pretty excited. And also it's got like a couple like pictures and that in it. Not a lot, but a couple. Like these old, I don't know, like look at that. It just looks amazing to me. So I'm really excited to read this. I think it's going to be a really interesting read. Lastly, the next few books I've got are actually inspired by my favorite movie. So my favorite movie ever is Coraline. Just love it. It's so close. My like extremely close second favorite is Pan's Labyrinth, but like Coraline I think just gets it over the edge. And so Coraline is based off this book by Neil Gaiman, and I only read it recently, but I started looking more into like what kind of books Neil Gaiman writes, and I just got really, really fascinated. So I bought some Neil Gaiman books, and so that one is, so they are coming out. The Graveyard Book. I started reading this only yesterday, but I am loving it. It is actually so interesting. It's basically like, it's like the Jungle Book, but in a cemetery. Like, this kid gets abandoned, well, no, sorry, he doesn't get abandoned, like something happens and he, you know, he's left without parents, so the graveyard have to, like, the ghosts and all that have to raise him. So it's kind of like, you know, Mowgli in the jungle, and like the animals have to raise him. So it's literally like the Jungle Book in a cemetery. It's so good. I'm only a few chapters in, but I really, really, really like it and definitely recommend. And the next two I got are also Neil Gaiman. I got Neverwhere and The Ocean at the End of the Lane. So 2 more Neil Gaiman books, really excited to read them. Like, and they both just seem so different as well. So I am really, really excited. Like, a girl that's kind of running away from assassins, and this guy, you know, he steps in to help her, but then he's put himself in danger. So I'm really intrigued. And this one reads beautifully on the back. It says, "This is what he remembers as he sits by the ocean at the end of the lane, a dead man on the back seat of the car, and warm milk at the farmhouse, an ancient little girl and an old woman who saw the moon being made, a beautiful housekeeper with a monstrous smile, and dark forces woken that were best left undisturbed. They are memories hard to believe, waiting at the edges of things, the recollections of a man who thought he was lost, but is now perhaps remembering a time when he was saved." Like, I don't even know what that means, but I love it. So, well, I mean, I guess I can have like a rough idea of what I think it's going to entail, but I'm really, really excited. So those are all the books I've accumulated in the last like few months. It's a lot, and I really can't wait to read them all. I'm a really avid reader, love reading, and I'm really excited. I hope you guys liked this video. Please comment below what you think, if you've read any of those books, what you think about them, or if you have any like recommendations of books that you think I should read as well, that'd be really cool. But anyway, thank you for watching, stay safe, and yeah, have a fun day, night, wherever you are. Bye.